Where's John so he can see me working, toiling away, touching. I can't even get it. Hey, what's up? My name's Ira Cross, and this is First Mic, where we talk to comics about their first time on stage. Today, we got Sam Fischer. I hope John watches this. That was nasty. I'm not getting that one. That is gross. I'm not going to touch my fingers to my other fingers, though. The door locked. John? As you just heard, we have the wonderful, amazing Sam Fischer. Sam, thanks for being on, man.
Yeah, dude, thanks for having me
dope.
on.
Yes. So the first question I ask everybody. Well, let me pause. Am I breathing right, Brandon?
No, but it's fine. Continue.
We're already going in. The first question I always ask everybody: tell us what got you into comedy.
What got me into comedy? You sent me that, and I'm just like, it's gonna be a hard one because like I don't think I got into like comedy, like stand up, until like much later in my later in childhood or early adult years.
Yeah.
But growing up, I was always into like movies. I was always putting on like little shows in the backyard, like for my mom or something like that. We were a church family. I never really liked going to church. So my mom, to make me want to go, she got me this Bible comic book.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like just like a Marvel comic book, except it's like God and Jesus and less bam booms or whatever. But yeah, I would like, I don't know, it was weird. That was like what I first started putting on as a kid. Just like, I don't know, stories out of that. Like Samson in the Bible, that was one of my favorites. He's a big, strong guy, long hair. Like reenacting those. But yeah, I was always like trying to reenact scenes like from movies I liked growing up. I was always more into movies rather than sports.
Gotcha.
Actually, my dad was always into sports, and he'd always want to take over the TV and watch, I don't know, the Super Bowl, and I'd be in the other room watching a Disney movie.
Yes.
And that actually ended up being the year where, what was it, Super Bowl 38? That was where Justin Timberlake and
so you missed that.
I missed that
because you're watching a Disney movie.
Yeah. So
dang,
all my friends at school were like, "Oh my God, did you see that?" I'm like, yeah, Cruella really one of those dogs, didn't she? Like,
what?
It was really stupid. 101 Dalmatians.
I love it.
Yeah. So I got into sports after that. But
got you. Yeah, that's a good sports transition.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people got into sports after that.
Probably, yeah. But yeah. But like in the comedy, like I was saying, if my dad wasn't watching sports or something, he always had like Seinfeld on, a bunch of movies like that. Like when we get together with my cousins, we'd be with family. They'd always have like Lampoon movies on, John Candy movies.
Yeah, classic.
Austin Powers a little bit later.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber, still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Easy, yeah.
Jim Carrey, he might be the GOAT character actor. But I've easily seen that movie at least 100 times.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, for real.
Yeah. But,
yes.
But like seeing those, like, I don't think I really like appreciated like those characters and like how funny they were until like I'm like, oh, like that's when I like discovered what acting was. I'm like, oh, they're like doing this like pretending basically like on camera.
Yes.
And that I just had a really, I don't know, fond appreciation for that because I was always shy growing up. I'm like, how are they so comfortable doing that and like so silly and whatnot? But I don't know. I just always thought that was super cool, and that's kind of how I got into acting eventually. Because, like I said, I was super shy. Right. And I'm just like, I've always liked storytelling and like going along for that ride. I'm like, I just want to take a shot at it. So I ended up auditioning and getting into school for it. Okay. Never did stand up, but I was always interested in it. Like, I was watching, I don't know, Seinfeld, Dane Cook, Robin Williams, all those guys. Even oh my gosh, what's his name? Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Like when I discovered he did stand up, I'm like, oh my god.
Man.
That was, I forget what special it was, but I think he was in like the blue suit, and I'm just like, this is the funniest, might be the funniest special I've ever seen.
No, he's one of those dudes that he goes on stage and does all the things he does.
Yeah.
Like
and super confident, like not missing a beat. Like I'm just like, I want to be able to do that.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
It's hypnotizing. It's like so charming, and like that was another thing. Like when I was growing up, like I had like the funniest cousins growing up, and like we all got into trouble.
Yeah.
But I was like a bad, like I was always like in a mood, like I was a bad kid, and like I got in the most trouble probably. But like my cousin who was like with me, who was like super funny and charming, always smiling, like I remember my grandma saying like, I can never be mad at that boy. And she did not say that to me. Like I was put out in the garage to sweep and like just
chores,
just like, all right, let's get him out of here. He's not a good time. Get him out of here. But yeah, so I don't know. Somewhere along that road, I just tried to be more silly and more fun. Still working on today, but
yeah, because now you get paid for it a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, sometimes,
right?
Not a lot, but yeah, sometimes I do.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like this naturally goes into the next question: is tell me about your first time on stage, man. What was it like?
Yeah.
What happened?
So I was living in Atlanta at the time.
Okay.
I did a little bit of improv. And one of my buddies was, he's like, hey, have you ever tried stand-up before? And I was like, no, not really. But I've listened to tons of interviews, listened to tons of specials. But he's like, you should try it. There's this open mic down the road. I think it was at the Vinci's Pizza in Midtown Atlanta.
Okay.
And it probably took me, I don't know, 2 months to like get the balls to do it and like go out there. Yeah. But I thought I had this like good 5-minute set, and spoiler alert, it was not. It sucked. I bombed. I remember going, and it was at a pizza place, and I'm like, all right, I'm like, I don't want to eat because I'm afraid I'm gonna get sick because I'm so nervous. Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go up there, do my 5 minutes, and I'll reward myself with a slice of pizza. Well, I was like, I don't know, second to last. So I'm sitting there for 2 hours at this open mic. I'm starving. I haven't had anything to eat all day. Right. And I eventually get up there after a couple hours, and I start feeling good at first, and then the first point where I'm like, okay, this is where people are supposed to laugh. Pause. Damn it. And yeah. Dang. Yeah, so didn't really get the laugh I was expecting, and I tried my next thing, and pause. Nothing. And it was so bad. I remember, I think it was a dishwasher because he had an apron on. He was like outside the patio with smoking a cigarette, and he just like, this is my first heckle. He's like, hey bro, you're losing them. I'm like, yeah, yep, thank you. Trying to be nice about it. And the host, God bless her, she's sitting in the front row, and she's like, you're doing great. Like, keep going. And I look down on my clock, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like less than 2 minutes. I'm like, I have like 3 minutes at least. But yeah, I don't know. We somehow got through that. I think I have it recorded somewhere. I thought about listening to it, but I'm not going to do that to myself. Yeah. Maybe another time, but I just remember bits and pieces. I'm like, God damn, you thought that was going to work?
You thought that shit was going to work?
Yeah, but I think that's like, I don't know. There's very rarely a time where like someone gets up there for their first time and just crushes. Right. But I mean, it does happen. Like there are people that can do that. I'm not one of those people. But
that's why, if that was the case, we wouldn't have a show right now.
Yeah, no, I'd be, I don't know. I was going to say Madison Square Garden, but no.
It'd be beautiful, right?
I don't think that happens this early.
No. So, what was the name of the pizza place you said?
Da Vinci's?
Shout out Da Vinci's.
Da Vinci's Pizza. Thank you for the slice of pizza I never ate. I couldn't even eat it. I was so sick. I'm like, even after waiting that whole time starving, I'm like, I don't even want to eat. Like,
that is so funny.
It is very good pizza. Very good pizza. Shout out to Vinci's.
Did you ever go back though for either open mic or anything else?
No, not that mic.
You're like, no.
I did do, I probably did like 20 to 30 open mics in Atlanta before COVID hit. Okay. And then
COVID.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, COVID got real. Damn. That is so funny though. I think so. It's funny you mentioned like most people when they go up they bomb, and it's very telling to those comics that have been doing it for 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, however many years, because like you have to go through that to then continue to go on. And most people are like, not gonna go up there and suffer. Like, that's stupid. So I feel like comics are a very rare breed of people that are willing to suffer through to make something happen.
Like you said, like you have to do it. Like it's very humbling because like like you'll see it every now and then, like where people like don't have that self-awareness and they just get like super cocky and like and then eventually that's just gonna, I don't know, come off arrogant and like you're not gonna, I don't know, like you might be good, but like there's something to like humbling yourself and like learning from like, okay, maybe that did suck. And this is how I can improve. Because it's never going to be perfect. There's always something you can improve on.
And I mean, I think that's another thing when it comes to comics is like the comics that have been putting in the work and they're good comics is they're willing to improve. They're not like, this is perfect, it'll never change. They're willing to improve. They're willing to make adjustments as needed. So for sure, love that. Are you winking at me? Are you sharing? Okay, good. He didn't have anything to say this time. That means I'm doing a great job for once.
Keep it going, Ira.
I'm trying, man. I'm struggling right now.
You got 5 minutes.
Oh, shit. Anywho, since we got 5 minutes, what advice would you give? I mean, you kind of already did a little bit, but what advice would you give new comics or people who are thinking about getting on stage for the first time?
Yeah, we kind of touched on it a little bit. You know, just having that self-awareness that it's okay to bomb. You are going to bomb. Improving on that. One thing I'm really working on right now is I think others might disagree, but I think I'm pretty self-aware on like how I do. But I think I'm almost too self-aware that I'm letting it get in my way. Like instead of me going out there and having like as much fun as possible, I'm telling a joke, bombing, and then I'm like grading myself in the moment. Like, oh fuck, I should have delivered that better, or like I should have like swapped this part of it, instead of just like living in that moment and like going along for the ride. And like I try and videotape it every time. Or at least audio, so I could always come back to it. So I gotta stop, you know, trying to critique myself in that moment and just go out there and like have fun. And to add to that, like sometimes I get caught up in like trying to write the joke, like coming up with the joke. And again, I'm like getting too heady about it. And I'm like, is this how it's supposed to work out? Is this how I want it to go? Instead of just like, you know, I have this idea. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to ride with this idea. I'm going to go full in on this idea. And again, have as much fun with it as I can and see how that lands. And there's been times where I've done that and it's been great. There's been times where I've done that, gone all in on it, and it's been fucking terrible. But even that failure is like more funny than me going up there bombing and like being like, shit, that didn't work. And like being visibly like scratching my head, like grading myself about it. So just like really focusing on like don't take it too seriously, because I have a problem like taking it. I'm trying not to take it too seriously, because I want to do a good job, like really bad, obviously. But like if you focus too much on that, it's people are going to be able to tell. They're going to tell you're self-conscious about it. They're not going to be along for the ride, and they're just going to be like, oh, this poor guy. Like, I don't want to get awes. I want to get like,
pity laughs are rough. Yes. Well, dude, thank you so much for being on. Last question I'm going to ask you. Share where people can find you on social media, websites, whatever.
You can find me on Instagram at Sam Fischer Comedy, and then on YouTube it is Sam Fischer Standup. But the channel is called Sam Fischer Comedy because I was taken, so it had to be stand-up. So. Anyways, that's where you can find me.
So many different ways you have to be like creative and sharing your own name. Like, man. So, dude, thank you for being on. Thanks for sharing some of your insight and your thoughts. We appreciate your time. And with every episode, I got to shout out Rehab and tell them thank you and appreciate you guys for all the time, space, and energy. There's nobody in here right now, so it's just I'm giving praise to no one. But thank you, nonetheless. Come to Rehab. There's shows here. There's alcohol here. It's a bar. It's a beautiful place. But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Check us out on the next episode. Dude, thank you so much, man.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you, dude. Hell yeah. This is where the music gets put in and we're like talking.
I was listening to your